Hello, boys and girls. Is that creepy? Hello, little boys and girls. My name's Jonathan, Carbot Animations, and this actually is cat hair, not dandruff. Just to clear that up. I probably should change my shirt, but here we are anyway. And this is the illustration station. This is the videos where we draw something. Right now we're going to be designing a character, and it'll be StarCraft Legacy the Void, one of the new units. Actually, it's going to be a new unit that's been rejected, and that's the Herc. Let me smooth this layer down. And we're going to see how it goes. So we're going to be redesigning the Herc into Carbot style, and we'll see how it goes. And I'll take you through the steps on how we approach this, so on and so forth. All right, so the Herc. The way we kind of start off is that, okay, well, what is the idea of the unit? We don't want to get caught up in details. We want to get like the idea of the unit down and to convey its like character and its build and everything like that. So the first thing that comes to mind is very blocky. It's basically a square, actually, if you look at it. So I'm going to start off with a square. Actually, I'm going to change this color. We're going to start off with a square. Square's a bit, it's more rectangle, but all right. And if we want, we can like add in these so we know perhaps where it's going to be facing in the mid. All right, and then we the next thing that kind of sticks out to me is these things and his shoulder pads. These floodlights. I don't even know. I guess he's in a dark place all the time. Floodlights and shoulder pads. So we're going to combine the two and make it one. And so again, we're just doing some rough stuff, see what happens. Will this be how he looks in the end? Like, will we have to change it drastically? Maybe. Or we're not going to get too caught up. So I'm not actually going to put any lights on here. What I am going to do is, though, put his big barrel-y hands, guns, things on the sides. There we go. And of course, these legs, again, the legs aren't anything unique or different. So we're going to give it some Carbot legs. So he's going to look a little bit like the Marauder when it comes to like leg and body. Just a bit. Marauder's more barrel chested than like box chested. All right, there we go. And then the other thing, actually, I'll raise this up a bit, is the fact that his head is barely a head. It's like, it's part of his body, basically. It's in here, and his body comes up to here. So what we're going to do is actually combine the two once again, and we're going to make his head in his body. All right. We got a little bit of this going on. The color seems to go that direction, so we're just going to put one extra, I guess a few extra lines technically, right here to help kind of give them a little bit more of a design. So that's basically the unit. Now we can go over it. I'm going to make a new layer. I'm going to go over it in black ink, black digital ink. And see how it looks. Change a few other settings here. Oh wait, sorry, we forgot one other thing actually. The grappling hook, which I'm just gonna make a spike because that's all it is here. It kind of denotes that this hand is a little bit different than this hand. Actually, we can actually change this into a open barrel there. All right, let's go back to our new layer and let's draw over it and see how it looks. All right, so and if you're curious what program I'm using, that's actually when I did my Q&A, I actually missed the most common question that I get asked. What program do you use? And I answer that one a lot. So what program we use is Flash CS6. There's a number of Flash versions out there. I've used CS5, CS5.5, and CS6. There's a new one called CC. Haven't used it. Looks pretty good though. I'm gonna give some 3 dimensions to this, and then it's all like dark gray, kind of the color theme, kind of like the new Photoshop and stuff like that. If you follow that, so we're just gonna give it a little bit more of a 3D look here. Space. Oops. And actually, let's make this line a little thinner because it's within his own body. And the gun for the grappling hook. Looking pretty good. I'm actually pretty satisfied with this. And then his other gun. There we go. Okay. Let's get rid of the other layer and see what we got. So now we got the Herc in all his glory. Let's try some colors. Let's see here. Let's get this color here. I actually should put a color palette right onto my virtual desk here. Okay, so we're going to make him a blue Terran. This is going to be tricky because this guy is actually orange and gray and then his team color. So this might be a little bit tricky, and so we're going to try to play with a couple different color variations here. Actually, oops, oopsie. That's a little bit too yellow. Oh, wait, no. There we go. And I don't want to confuse the, again, this is something specific to the StarCraft series only. I don't want to confuse like the team color with some other color. So I got to be careful with, maybe I could make these back ones the orange. Make the gray here. How does that look? Looks a little bit too gray. I think we'll go with the pants orange. I mean, some of the boots are orange, so I think that I like that better. And we'll go. Ooh, the hotkeys aren't working right now for some reason. And we'll probably go with the blue guns, blue top. That might work the best. One of those two. Again, I don't want to confuse the team color with the orange color that actually isn't a team. So I want to make it super easy to read. If I were to have this guy in the StarCraft mod, which I won't, but it'd be super easy to read and understand. Okay. Let's do there we go. I'm gonna try one more color variation just to see what's out there, just to see what's up. Again, concept art, so I mean we're allowed to make mistakes. If you're ever making concept art or your own, just feel free to make. I feel good about this one, this like design, so I'm gonna keep it. I'm not gonna really use it anyway. Although we're thinking that we will do a episode where it's all the rejected units. I think that'd be pretty fun. But when you're creating your own character, you know, do it several times. See what works, what doesn't. Create like 10 different versions of that same character, and honestly, you'll find stuff like in your later versions that like, oh yeah, I could apply it to my earlier versions, or vice versa, kind of thing. So, all right, let's see. Let's see if I can add more. Oops. Yeah, hockey's not working. I feel like the team color should be on top, but anyway. Okay. So those are my two color variations. I think I like this one better, although maybe actually I'll change the color here. just one moment. All right, sorry about that delay. All right, now we'll do an action pose like we did with the Ravager. And guys, if you haven't seen the Ravager, we did the Ravager first for Illustration Station. I'll put up the annotation. All right, so let's do an action pose. Now that we got the design down, we can do the like some other pose, an action pose. So I'm going to do an action pose with the Herc. I'll try to. I think I'll make them using the grappling hook, I guess, or about to use it. So let's do something a little bit more fun, a little more interesting. Now it's tricky with characters who have actually no head. Kind of have to cheat. So his face moves over here, but his body is facing this direction, kind of thing. So, I mean, technically, I don't know. It's cheating, basically. I'm gonna actually shrink these guys so I can have a little bit more space. Let's go back here. So let's make actually, let's gonna change the legs just a bit. Something a little bit more actiony. Again, it's just finding what kind of feels more alive and what doesn't. One thing that I can suggest when you are illustrating an action pose, actually even characters if they're standing there, symmetry kills life. So what that means is that, and I guess I should make a video on this, but you want to, when like creating a character, even facial expressions, whatever it might be, you don't want it to be completely symmetrical. And I mean, the design can be symmetrical, but the pose is best to keep it not symmetrical, because as soon as it's the same on both sides, it begins to look kind of robotic and not as like lifelike. Whereas like if you change, like even just like, I'm talking like, say if there's like two eyes here, you know, like there's this where this happy face is like the same, but if you even just like, you know, that it brings a lot more life. There you go, and change one of the eyes to the character. Whereas like if you kept it completely symmetrical, the same on both sides, generally it kills the attitude and the life of the picture. You can see how that kind of brings it a lot more to life. Anyway, quick lesson there. Okay, so back to the Herc here. Let's see here. The shoulder pads are very blocky. Trying to. Just adding little feet just to give it more of a that life again. So here's I guess the grappling hook, the long shot or the hook shot. We don't have enough room to actually make it go further, but okay, so there's our action pose. There's the rough, and let's do the good. So again, we're going to go in black ink on a different layer over top, and let's start here. And again, it's just this is just concept art, so it doesn't have to be perfect. We're not going to go for like pristine look or anything. We're just going to go for to make sure we get to an idea that we like and we feel good about, and not beat ourselves up too much about the, like, say, the line quality or anything like that. Again, it's all just bit by bit you learn. Even to draw a character like I mean, obviously I know how to draw say the Marine, pretty simple character that we do, and because I've drawn it so many times over and over again, like I know how to draw him a lot better, and I've developed the design over the years a lot better than I had previous, obviously. So there's always room to improve. So you never should be too hard on yourself. With artwork or any kind of artwork, creative work, it's always a little scary to, like, because you gotta admit that, like, okay, I'm not the best, and it's okay that my picture isn't that great. Like, you know, you can bring out some really cool ideas and stuff like that, and if it's not, like, perfect, that's okay. Not that you are terrible at drawing. No, I'm joking. But yeah, and, like, first draft, like, try again if you feel like there's something you can improve on. And see, now I'm a little stuck here of how to. There we go. I began drawing when I was, like, pretty young. Actually, I remember my mom used to draw Ninja Turtles for us, and they were really good. I'm trying to figure out how to do this. They were really good from what I can remember. I never saved any. It just looks weird here. Oh well. I'm not going to be too critical. But yeah, they were really good from what I remember. My older brother, Andrew, he animates the Wildcraft series. I think he led me into drawing, I would say. I'm not entirely sure, but I'm pretty sure that's the reason why I got into drawing. And his style actually was always cartoony, and mine I try to do a little bit more serious. And as kind of like time went on, and I still like mine's like a little bit darker, a little bit more serious than his. But then I started doing the StarCraft series, and then I came out with, like, this cartoony, super cartoony, more than we're both used to, kind of style. He does more like, it's closer to Disney, what he's used to, his normal style, I would say. But this just worked for animating a lot easier and everything for the channel and stuff like that. So yeah, let's make the rope purple. Or no, I was sleeping. So he's animating the Wildcraft series now. So we're both doing this style. But it's neat how yeah, I never really, like, focused on, like, a cartoony style, and it actually turns out pretty nice, you know. Like, it's not something that I originally did in the first place, and I found a new style that people enjoy. The other style that I was doing was a lot more ambitious and refined, and I'd say I was, like, you know, I was, you know, okay at it. I think I was pretty good for the amount I practiced anyway. But this style is more of a simple. You don't have to spend as much time on it. You just need to get a good design. I think is the key. And if you have a good design and a good way of conveying the animation, then this style works awesome, I found. So I'm pretty happy with it. That blue might be a little bit too. Anyway, I might be rambling here. Okay. There we go. Let's fill it. And if, guys, if you're wondering where I'm from, I know most people might think I'm American, Canadian actually. Live in Ontario. Born and raised in Ontario, actually. It's bugging me over there. And oh, the gray. I guess maybe we should darken this. Gray a little bit more like. Oh shoot. Oh, and by the way, people were asking about this last time. This is a setting where I don't go through lines on Flash, so I can color over here all I want and it won't appear because I started in the middle in this gray area. So if you start on one color, it'll stay on that color. You see, it's a setting on Flash in the paintbrush tool. Okay, let's do some shine on him. Want him to want this guy to shine even though he's been scrapped. Huh. And okay, there we go. And we'll give, I guess, a bit of a shine to this. Grappling hook right there. Okay, so there's our action pose. Maybe tilt it a bit more like this. Looks like he's like dodging and then shooting his grappling hook. There we go. Sweet. Okay, I think we're done. Guys, how do you think we did with this design? Again, we probably will use it a maximum of one time, since it is a scrapped unit. But I don't know. I think it turned out all right. So it's good to have it. And I thought we'd do it anyway, just because. But yeah, guys, tell me what you think. And we'll probably do a Protoss unit next. One of the legacy Protoss units. But great news, actually. This coming Monday is planned to start our Indiegogo campaign for the StarCraft mod. So look for that. I'll probably make a video just letting you guys know that'll be happening Monday. But really excited to do that. And trying to think if there's anything else I need to say. I don't think there is. So, guys, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. And if you have any questions, comments, anything that you want to say, just comment in the section below, and I'll see you guys next time.